Okay, yo, what's good, Josh? Your boy Fade 2 Games here, and today I'm gonna be showcasing you guys my NEZHA Prime build that I use usually all the time. I either use this guy or I use my Excalibur, but NEZHA Prime is, in my opinion, the best, one of the best frames for starter players, especially for you new guys joining in and you guys are just now getting into Steel Path. I would definitely recommend NEZHA. He has insane survivability and insane damage boosting. Now I will get into all that later, but if you guys are new, please make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button for your boy. Let's jump right into the video. Now, to be honest, guys, first things first, I'm still a noob myself. I just hit Master Rank 14, about to hit 15, so I haven't really been playing that long. But with like just being on, even with my limited amount of time, just with NEZHA, I've been able to um, burn through a lot of still path missions. Now I still have a lot of trouble being season if I don't have all my mods completed, but I do have 2 Archon crystals. I have Archon with Amber Archon, which increases effective of health orbs, and also I have Crimson Archon, which increases strength. Now, when it comes to NEZHA, you want to focus a lot more on strength than duration. You don't really need duration because a lot of his abilities stem off just flat damage. Now, first First thing we're getting to, let's go ahead and get into the mods, the nitty gritty. So I have rejuvenation, so I'm healing constantly. So I do play solo usually, most of the time. Um, I get health rates, increase my health generation by 3 health every second. Also put control slide so I can have more ability damage. Now the slide is good if you're trying to get out of a situation. Good, you don't really need this, but I just like to run it just because it's pretty good. And now I don't have any Umber mods, as you guys can see, and my arcanes are not maxed, but I'm still burning through these steel path missions along with the Archon hunts as well. Um, so first I'm gonna go with first I have flow regular. You can like have prime flow or archon flow. Archon mods are still a lot better than usual ones, but uh, like I said, I'm still kind of new to the game, but I'm still I'd like to say I do pretty good for still being relatively new. But I have flow just for the max energy. Then I have fleeting expertise for that efficiency, so I can spam my abilities. Now, as you can see, my efficiency is only 105 if you're wanting, because I have blind rage, increase my ability strength. Now I'll get into that once I get into the skills, and I have vitality, not maxed out. I can't. Once I have things, I will max that out. I will also max out steel fiber. Now Umber mods are good, but to be honest, I don't need them. And then we have adaptation, which I will also max out as well. Then we have prime continuity. This just about there as well. And rage. So every time we take damage to our health, you'll see why we have that. It's really good. You can also use your I want to say your where's it at? Where's it at? Your hunter adrenaline as well to get to 45 instead of 40. Hunter adrenaline is just as good. Don't get me wrong. It's just that it takes up a bit more, and it also helps you with your companion. And I'll get into my companion and stuff here pretty soon. Now let's jump right into the abilities. Okay, guys. So first thing first, I did change out Firewalker just because I needed, so for me to be able to play Steel Path solo, I needed to get a armor strip ability. So I decided to go with Fire Blast just to stay with the with the whole heat thing. Now, Pillage would also be a good alternative, but since I have so much energy and I literally tank so much damage, I get my energy back constantly. You never run out of energy, like ever. You have so much shield, damage mitigation as well, and armor gained as well. But Fire Blast is good. You slam the ground to create a wave of incinerating plasma that knocks back enemies and strips their armor, which is I like to think is very good. Still one of my favorite. Now it takes a 75% armor reduction. You can pop it again, so you can get that 100%, which is good. Now this is one that you really need to focus on. So now this is your blazing chakram. What this does, this is essential for burning down enemies in a short amount of time. Now, mind you, my guns aren't the best, but I'm still getting there. But I'm still able to play solo steel path with mediocre guns. Now, Exceltra is a very good weapon. Don't get me wrong. Um, but I think with this just recent patch, they did, however, make it to where you take blast damage again from your own weapons. But what this does is it gives you makes the damage more vulnerable to your damage, which is 224%. That's why I say you want to stack more damage on your you want to stack more skill power. You want to stack more ability strength. You want to stack more ability strength on your stuff, so it costs 23.75. If you want more efficiency, you can definitely do that. You don't need that much damage vulnerability, but I just like it when I'm facing bosses. That means like the stalkers and whatever. Those guys, we literally burn those guys, burn them to the T. Now, and this is gonna be your bread and butter for survivability. So this is your warding halo. So every time you take damage, while you're invulnerable for 3 seconds, when you take damage while you're invulnerable, it multiplies by 5.6. So say I take 1,000,000 damage, that means I'll be able to absorb another five. I'll be able to absorb five. I want to say what? I'll be able to absorb 5,600,000 damage. That's how much damage I'll be able to absorb with just this ability alone. And yes, it doesn't stack on your shield, but it stacks on your health, and that also increases your damage mitigation. So that makes you way tankier. Rhino is also good, but to me, I love how you can stack warding halo onto your teammates when you have the augment for it, so you can have it on your teammates as well. So you and your team will be super tanky if you guys like to do team play. And then I have divine spears for my crowd control. Crowd control is very essential. Like you're gonna need your crowd control ability. I thought I would need firewalker, but to be honest, I don't. You don't really need firewalker at all. It does cleanse, but it does I would say is also a AOE as well, to be honest. But they catch fire. But if the higher you go, the less your status problems are going to affect the enemies. So I decided to go with this. So this is a guaranteed stack. They'll be chained or speared up for 10 seconds, which is amazing. It's going to be fantastic. But yeah, it doesn't really do much damage, but just having them like that is good. You could throw your halo. You could throw your chakram while they're there, and just mow them down, man. It's just such a good ability. Now it doesn't affect stalkers, sadly, but your blazing chakram does affect stalkers, which is fantastic. And that's the abilities, man. If you guys want to go into my weapons, they're fairly simple to get. I like running the Exceltra, but you can also go Phantasma. Got Galvanized on Musicians, Vital Sense, Critical Delay, Hammer Shot, Malignant Force, Prime Cryo Rounds, and Vigilant Armaments. Now I do need better mods, but that's what I got. I do have Primary Merciless, but if you want a bit more damage, I definitely recommend Primary Deadhead. Primary Deadhead is way better, way better. But you gotta hit those headshots. But even though I just love how the stacks stay longer, so even if you can't kill an enemy or if they're too tanky, or if one of the enemies are too tanky, you go back and kill one of the other enemies with a headshot. Boom, you go ahead and get that. Your 360 weapon damage stacked up for 24 seconds, while with Merciless, you only get it for 4 seconds, which is the same amount, still 360. To be honest, you also get reload speed, but to me, it's just not worth this. But I also like the less weapon recoil, makes your shots a lot more precise. Um, then I went ammo drum. Ammo drum, you can go ammo drum, or you can go what is it? What is it? What's up? What you call? What you call? What you call? Rifle munitions or prime rifle munitions. That works as well. These two, I like to switch between the two. They're still both very good. And don't forget, you need your galvanized mods. Those are essential. I also like to run the Hystrix Prime. The reason I like the Hystrix is because it's just so versatile. Like, this weapon is so versatile. You can literally do anything. I haven't formatted it at all. My mods aren't maxed out, but I'm still mowing down. Now, I would say it definitely shines more against I would say it hurts a lot to Corpus just because of your poison dart, or your poison quill. Now your poison quill is it will always be that, or your auto. So I'll be doing 949, same amount of damage, but you also get viral stacked on top of the elemental damage that you want. That's why I say this is such a good weapon as well. Amazing weapon, amazing weapon. But you can also go crit chance on it. I want to say it has a pretty good crit chance, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 28%. Yeah. So as you can see, I have no crit mods on, but I could definitely switch to it if I would like to. So like say I take energizing shot off, I could go creeping bullseye, but then I'll have to farm it. But I do like energizing shot just in case I need that extra, and I can't get to the orb that's across the room because there's a whole fuck ton of enemies there. But it also gives me 50% more efficiency. So instead of it giving 25, it'll give me like 38. I want to say 38 is what I get. 38, 38. Yeah, you get 38. You get 38 energy back, which is pretty good. But I definitely recommend creeping bullseye though, because you want that, like you want that, and you'll be at like a 90, 28. Okay, what's 28 plus 28? 28 is 20 is 50. So 56. So 56 plus another 28. That'd be 82. So you have 82% crit chance with the 3.5 times crit chance multiplier, which is good. You have 35% status chance, which is also very good. Now I like Hollow Point just for the crit damage, bro, diffusion. Then Auger Pack just for regular damage. Now you can switch that, of course. Switch Horny Strike. Don't really need Horny Strike to be honest, just because you have what is it? I want to say Auger Pact, but I just like to have the extra damage to be honest. Still pretty good either way. So you can definitely switch those around. You can go Creeping Bullseye, just so you got more damage as well, or you can just run whatever you want. You know, but I just definitely recommend that. And then I like to run the Broken War. I run the Broken War or Orthos. Both of these are pretty good. The Zenostar is good as well. But for the Broken War, oh god damn it! Why'd you exit? Vader, you're stupid. I'm sorry. Now for the Broken War, what I like to run is Violet Scourge, Broken War, the Secret Hexia, which is slash crit damage and status chance, which I would say is a god roll for this weapon. It's still very good. We have 6 times. Then we have pressure point. Now I can do prime pressure point. I chose sacrificial steel because that's the best one that I have so far. And smite corrupted because I've been doing like a lot of how would you say what do you call those things? Fissures. I'm doing a lot of fissures as well. You have organ shatter, melee prowess, Violet Scourge, Buzzkill, Sacrificial Steel, and North Wind, just so we can get our viral, because you need viral that lowers armor. I want to say by like, not really sure, but it stacks up damage the more you hit as well. But overall, good weapon, good weapon. Very slept on because it has such a high crit rate as well. But yeah, guys. Oh, and my companion, as you can see, it is the Sly Velapu Sly Velupua. Sorry, I had one. I was leveling. Sorry, my bad, guys. But the pans are just as good. But the reason I like the Sly is because we're gonna go here. I wanna say it's called the Survival Instinct. So increase your master's evasion by 40% until their next attack or after 8 seconds whenever they kill an enemy. So every 5 seconds we're constantly evading attacks. So explosives, like radio damage, uh, direct target damage. Then we also have this one as well. So we're gaining 60% evasion pretty much at all times. So evolves into a larva upon death, increases master evasion for 8 seconds when they kill an enemy. Responds into its true form after 30 seconds, which is so good, so good. So it's pretty much dodging inevitably. And then we have Mater Symbiosis, and so what it does is it stores damage from all the corpses around. It gives us 40% health whenever it dies and it comes back, which is so good. You also need Sharper's Claws, so it sunders armor by 120%. So just in case we run it, or just in case we can't sunder the Stalker's armor, our side Philippio will, and it makes it a cakewalk of a fight for us. So we have Link armor, which none of these mods are max. You can also get the prime versions. So like I said, I'm still a noob myself. Let me go ahead show you guys. See, master rank 14, about halfway to 15. But this is Hayes. Definitely a good setup. Now, guys, like I said, we could run pretty much anything the way you want. Like you can really just do as you please, man. You just Just play to have fun. Don't play to be the best. Just play to have fun. But unless you want to play to be the best. But I just say play to have fun because that's what I do. I just enjoy the game and stuff like that. But if you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button for your boy. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.